So Charles Oliveira versus Rafael Fiziev. Rafael obviously got injured, and apparently in the last 2 days of Charles looking for an opponent, he can't find one. I'll just let this video play real quick.
Todo mundo já sabe que meu luta do UFC Rio caiu. Só que olha só, não cai nesse papinho desses caras que estão aí. Ah, eu vou, eu vim, aquilo, porque o UFC tá batendo lá e todos eles falam, ah, não há tempo pra bater o peso, ah, não dá pra mim. Então esse negocinho de ficar postando na internet pra ganhar hype, esquece. Esquece porque tá ficando feio. Vi um aí colocando não sei o que, o outro falando não sei o que, só que na hora que o UFC liga, o que vocês falam? Ah, não dá, deu dor de barriga, quebrei o dedo, não sei, machuquei a mão. Então para com esse bagulho que é feio. Eu quero lutar no UFC Rio, eu que pedi essa luta, meu adversário machucou, aí mais uns 10 apareceu aí falando que ia lutar, aí até agora, sempre quando o UFC liga, pô, vamos lutar? Não, não dá. Então para com esse bagulho porque tá feio, quer ganhar fama, faz outro bagulho, não fica com ideinha colocando que quer lutar comigo sendo que é mentira, beleza?
That's nuts, dude. So basically, everybody who said they were willing to step in and fight Charles Oliveira, they all said no when the UFC came a calling. And he's absolutely right. This is not a good look. It's not a good look for anybody, number one, because who the I would jump in there against Charles Oliveira if given the opportunity. But in particular, Paddy the Baddy he gets an instant title shot if he beats Charles Oliveira easy. And this is a super damaged Charles Oliveira. He's a sitting duck. Why would Paddy not, why is he not taking this fight? What the It's Charles Oliveira, bro. Poor Rafael Fiziev, but Justin Gaethje, you're not gonna how cool would the rematch between Justin Gaethje and Charles Oliveira be? They're not as youthful, they don't have as much spunk, but it would still be fun. Max Holloway, another guy. I don't understand why are you not jumping at this opportunity? You need another win to get into title contention. Why would you not be going for the Charles Oliveira rematch? It's another fucking, there's two of them. Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway have great, there would be so much hype fucking rematches. Maybe maybe those guys are just too valuable, but according to Charles Oliveira, they all got the call. And of all the people who got the call, including the ones who said that they were going to take the fight on social media, none of them said yes. And I agree with Charles on this one. That is a fucking bad look for the lightweight division. I'm with you, Charles. I'm with you. Why is Renato's not this guy who fucking just talk, he's really about that. I don't understand why he's not. If they called him, I can't imagine him saying no. I can't imagine if they called Michael Chandler, he would say no. Why is everybody saying no? Fucking call Bobby Green. What are we doing? It was rumored that Manuel Torres was gonna fight Charles. There was a bunch of people. I gotta stop looking at fucking Reddit and acting like it's news. But it was rumored that Manuel Torres was gonna step in there, and I thought that was cool. I mean, fuck it, Grant Dawson. You know what I mean? I'd rather him fight somebody. Okay, look, I understand that this might be a blessing in disguise for Charles's health. But Charles Oliveira fighting in Rio it has been established as a thing I was waiting for. And Charles wants the fight. So I want to see him fight. Fuck it. That's where I'm at. You might be able to justify not taking this fight if it was Mateusz Gamrot versus Rafael Fiziev 2, and that was the main event, and Rafael Fiziev was the one who pulled out, and it's just Mateusz looking for an opponent. I completely understand why you wouldn't take that fight. He's dangerous and he's boring, and a win over him pretty much gets you nowhere. So I get it, but Charles he is still, even after all the ups and downs, he is still the biggest name in lightweight. You could debate Ilia Topuria. I still think recognition-wise across the fucking MMA planet, Charles Oliveira is still the biggest name. He's the biggest name, and if names like Manuel Torres were getting thrown out there, you gotta think Nasrat got the call. You gotta think Chris Duncan got the call. I mean, fuck, Esteban Ribovic. I'll take anybody. Charles was the value of the fight card anyway, so you could really put him up against anyone, and none of these guys said yes. Charles is dangerous, absolutely. It's a super, even with a wounded Charles, it's a super dangerous fight to take. But in comparison to the rest of this fucking death pit that the top 15 is when they actually fight, it's way less risky to jump the line and get right to Charles Oliveira. You might as fucking well. It's a might as well situation. Fucking Alexander Hernandez, I'm sure, would be down. I just keep naming different people who should take the fight. Fucking Michael Johnson would step in there. He doesn't give a shit. And also, I just want to give a little fucking history lesson to the lightweights who won't take this fight. How do you think Charles got his title shot against Michael Chandler? He was 31 years old. Tony Ferguson was 36. Kind of like the situation right now. And Tony was 6 months removed from the beatdown of that changed his career against Justin Gaethje. And Charles Oliveira took advantage of a beat up veteran in a vulnerable spot. And that got him the title shot against Michael Chandler. It's like Charles did the same thing that he's giving the MMA. He's such a charitable guy. He's giving the fucking lightweight division a chance to do exactly what he did. I know that Tony Ferguson, that wasn't a short notice replacement, but hindsight 2020, that fucking Justin Gaethje beatdown, he should have taken a lot more than 6 months off of that shit. And he was also 36, so technically speaking, he had already hit the wall a year before that. But the situation is still extremely similar. And Charles Oliveira's name value is this. It's got the same value that Tony Ferguson had when Charles fought him. The reason Charles has name value is because he beat Tony Ferguson. Like, nobody really knew, the hardcores knew, but nobody really knew about Charles Oliveira until he beat Tony Ferguson. That was the win he needed to get his fucking name up there. And dude, that's the win that all of these lightweights could get, but they won't take the call. It's like Nasrat. This is your dude. Nasrat, both him and Fares Ziam have been fighting an uphill battle with the rest of the unranked lightweights, where they can get all the fights they want outside the top 20, but they just can't get the name they need to boost them into the fucking conversation. Well, this is your opportunity, Nasrat. This is your opportunity, Fares. Otherwise, it's 3 more wins apiece for both of you. Like, take this opportunity. Terrence McKinney, jump in there and get him. Go get him, T-Rex. Fucking, I would take Terrence McKinney over any of these fools. Bet you Terrence McKinney take the call. Fuck, that actually sounds lit.